Hello. Some people were talking about wanting a way that you can tell if a student is watching a video in its entirety. And there's a program called EdPuzzle that will allow you to do that. And it also allows you to add questions to videos to check student understanding as you go. At edpuzzle.com, the first thing you want to do is click the sign up button in the top right corner and then select that you are a teacher. And then sign in with your school Gmail address. Once you do so, it's going to ask you to type in your school name, and then it's going to appear from a drop-down menu. And you can also select your subject area. And this is going to help pair you up with other people in your building that are also potentially using EdPuzzle as a resource. One of the first things you want to do is set up classes for your students. You can either set up a class for each period, or you can set up a class for each prep that you have, depending on how you want to organize that. So click My Classes and then add new class. It can also import from Google Classroom. Name it, make sure you've chosen Classic, and then create the class. Once you have your classes in place, you want to click Invite Students. That's going to create a link that students can use to sign up for that particular class period. And this is how you're going to be able to keep track of their work within the different videos that you post for them. So in my classes, I have a setup folder at the beginning of the year where they are installing all the different extensions and programs that we're going to be using in class. And so on there, I provide a link for them to click. And once they do, all they need to do is select Sign In with Google, and it will automatically link for the long term their work on EdPuzzle with their school Gmail address. So once you're in here, you have two options: either to create a video from one that already exists, or to upload your own video. So if you've recorded yourself giving a lecture, you could choose that option. If there's a YouTube or a Khan Academy video that you'd like to use, you want to select Create a Video. So once you click Create a Video, the screen appears, and then you're going to select along the left-hand side where you want to source the video from. You can choose from any of the options on the left, including YouTube, videos that already exist within EdPuzzle, and you just use the search bar to find the title of the video that you want to either create a quiz or just upload, so you know if your student has watched the whole thing. When you find the video you want to use, just click on the picture of it, and then you have an option in the bottom right. You might have to decrease the zoom on your screen to see it, and you want to select Edit if you want to add questions, or Assign if you just want your students to watch the video. So if you want to add your own questions and you click Edit, the first option that comes up is Cut. This will enable you to shorten the video if you don't want them to have to watch the whole thing. So you can just select where you want the video to start and where you want the video to stop. Your second option is a voiceover option at the top, and that is in case you want to provide your own narration over the video that is playing. That isn't one that I have used a lot, but that's there for you if you'd like it. And then the third option is to add questions. In the questions section, you have three different options. The first one is to add a multiple choice question. So you can give students options and they will have to choose the correct one. The second option is to have an open-ended question that will provide them with a text box so they can answer. And the third one is Note, and that is just going to stop the video for a short period of time and display a thinking question or something that you want them to notice. Once you hit finish, it's going to take you back to the video's main page, and you can click Assign. It's going to ask you to choose which classes you want to assign the video for. You can put in a due date, Select to prevent skipping, meaning students can't just skip from question to question. They have to watch the whole thing. You can also turn on closed captions if you would like, or you could just decide that you want to do this later and don't have to assign it immediately. You can always go back through classes and assign stuff. Once something has been assigned and your students have been working through that video, you can go back to the My Classes section on the EdPuzzle homepage. And when you do that, it's going to show you a selection of all of the videos that you have assigned to different classes. And then to see student performance on those, you want to click the particular video that you assigned. And then once you do that, you'll be able to see everyone who has started the assignment, as well as how much of the video they have watched. It will show you sort of a bar graph to see how far into the video they got. It is not counted as submitted until they have watched the entire thing. And you can also see scores they got for the different questions that you assigned in that video. So here I only assigned one question, kind of playing around with it. And you can see that I scored 100 out of 100, and that's exciting. But also within this video page, you can share the assignment, go live if you want to show the video during class and have kids respond on the computer while you're all together. And you can also download grades. So you don't have to add any questions. You can just use this to see how far students have watched a video. In order to put it on your Schoology page, you would click share assignment, and then you can use the embed code if you want the video to open within Schoology on a particular assignment, or just as a link if you want to have students work through the EdPuzzle website. There's no benefit in having them work through the EdPuzzle website. This is an example of what it will look like if you use the embed code. So I just created a new page on Schoology and added the embed code, but you can also add a link, and one of the options will be an embed code instead of a traditional link. So there's different ways that you can go about doing this, but it's kind of a nice way, sorry about the dog, to keep everything in Schoology so kids don't have to go to a million different websites, but be able to see if they are watching an instructional video in its entirety.